Well, hello and welcome to SHOWBUS 2007, and one of the early entrants for the day. And if you notice the sky, no clouds, sunshine all the way, bit of a stiff breeze at the moment, a little bit chilly, but it looks like it's going to be a good one. Route Master just edging its way into the gate, VLT5. RM5, and well, they shouldn't have to queue up long to get into the entry gate, should they? And just going out with the airfield at DUXFORD stretching out behind us. Well, it's been a slow start to the morning so far. About 20 to 9 now, and only about the 6th bus in. Let's hope nothing's happened out on the roads this morning. It's delightful early autumn morning. SHOWBUS perhaps a week or so earlier than normal, and benefiting from some gorgeous weather. Although, as I think I mentioned a few minutes ago, there is a bit of a stiff breeze. West Midlands groups, always a strong showing at SHOWBUS, and indeed rallies around the country during the course of the year. Just see my shadow on the bottom of the picture. Excuse that. Edging his way in through the entrance. West Midlands group there with their sales stock, keen purveyors of model buses. Well, I wouldn't say we've exactly even got a trickle yet, but at least we got a bit of a start. And perhaps we get a trickle and then a flow, and then a whole storm of vehicles arriving between about 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, despite the exhortations on the entry paperwork for them to space their arrival. You know how these things are, everybody always ends up pretty well coming at the same time. Nice narrow gate there for everybody to squeeze through. Test of skills to start the day. Some people have just done it all before. RF4. Very often these days, SHOWBUS is very much a showcase for modern British buses, the bus industry in general, operators and manufacturers, bodybuilders, and we're pretty well used to seeing some of the most modern buses in the fleets, and these days there's usually plenty of interest in the new double deck designs. The Enviro's made quite an impact over the last couple of years. Well, if you're puzzled like me, thinking you're hearing barking in the background, the hunt kennels aren't that far away, and we get in the direction of the wind. And we're not getting many buses yet though, and it's nearly 9 o'clock. We've only had a handful in. Still not really got our trickle. Perhaps a little dribble. Demonstrator for the Paxton Prima. Well, I know they hadn't actually come too far this morning. They were staying at a pub just over the other side of the M11. Hope they had as nice a meal last night as we got. Colours of Aberdeen. Wave from our friends from Aberdeen. Well, what does seem strange at the moment, nothing at all has come from the direction of the M11. Rather makes us think there's some sort of hold up out on the road. A stream of them actually coming down in the opposite direction. Something up on the M11, perhaps further down on the M25, who knows? No doubt we'll find out as the day goes on. Oh, look at that sky! Not a cloud in sight, just me kicking the tripod there. Sorry for the wobble. I suppose the sort of mass shows from an operator, one of the features of SHOWBUS over the years now. Province private hire from St Albans, fairly local operator, and half a dozen of their vehicles, and then a route master just coming in the main gate off the road. Let's hope that's the start of the rush. I think we can well and truly say we got the trickle. So yep, behind the route master, a Chase National appearing. So. Yeah, and they're all turning up now. It looks like we're on go mode for SHOWBUS 2007. Come on, you can do it. A bit of a challenge, the gate there, drivers, especially when they've got their newer vehicles. Of course, some people, they hold hands at it. More route masters appearing in the distance, just coming off the main road. Chase now, a thing of the past. And quite a substantial route master, sorry, Leyland National operator, right to the end. Quite a gathering there, up and around Cannock area in Staffordshire. Well, that was our first lineup. I think there's a few more entrants heading down the road. First one. Slowly does it. Always an opportunity to catch up on vehicles that perhaps you've missed out on the road. The Essex Pullman, Regal Busways of Chelmsford. Rather nice. A lot of people finding uses for ex-Hong Kong vehicles. I think it's probably about 9:15 now. Certainly something wrong out there on the roads this morning. Very, very slow build up. We're expecting well over 500 buses. SHOWBUS, the biggest bus rally in Britain, biggest bus rally in the world. The one to be seen at if you don't manage any others. Headingham's. Reasonably local operator. Usually has something of interest for the enthusiast. Well, it may be a bright sunny day, but I wouldn't say it was the weather for an open topper. But there you go, some brave, hardy souls out there. And what a way to make your entry into SHOWBUS. All the way from the Isle of Wight. Route masters usually fairly abundant at bus rallies, just like RTs were 30 years ago. I wonder how long they'll remain running. Some of them are going for a song very recently when mass withdrawals were taking place. Still nothing coming from the direction of the M11, but still we've not figured out what the problem is. So the buses seem to be getting through by hook and by crook. Lots of new ones. Other Hedinghams. Well, I'd say at this rate it's going to be pretty busy later on. First Essex. Oh, what is it they say about buses? You wait for one and then the whole bundle turn up at the same time. Snaking their way in now. Cozy's V2 TCH. Letchworth, Hertfordshire. Nice display from there. Sparkling in the autumn sunshine. Very nice line-up from Cozy's. S102 SET. E691 Oh, you wouldn't We wanted to get stuck behind that lot on the motorway this morning, would you? Hitchin Town Football Club, official coach, T863 JBC. A lonely route master at the back. Nice for a route master to be outnumbered for a change, isn't it? Some more cosy buses though to go, or cosy coaches. B50 BGS, the executive branch, the mini branch, more executives. I don't know how many executives we got on board this morning. V358 JTO. There's a lot of fans for coaches. Not always represented quite as much as they should be, I suppose. BIG 6885. Mully's Motorways, Exworth and Suffolk. Time buses RMA 37. Just pausing there. AMP travel from Sleaford in Lincolnshire. So that's not too bad a journey for them, except for probably the trouble out on the roads. Not quite sure what it is, but the route master gets through as ever. We're just getting to that time where the sun's swinging around, and a few minutes we'll probably change back vantage points to our other little hillock opposite us. The sun's getting nearly full front on, which isn't that brilliant for photography. Well, another lineup coming in now. That's old Bedford. Cambridgeshire, ubiquitous route master. One of the Arriva Heritage Fleet. Line up from Sharps. Crowds beginning to gather. Marvelling what a squeeze they had through the gate. Sharps down from Nottingham. UXI 476. WA560NS. Another from the smartly turned out Sharps fleet. First livery 60928. That's down from York. Perhaps we've already travelled on that one on the park and ride service there. From Stagecoach, from Sunderland. Driver training vehicle. Regal Busways, Optare Solo. Perhaps the Bev OB of the 21st century. Olympian workhorse Cedrics. See plenty of those around down in Colchester. Number 13. Based in Wimbledon in Essex. Milton Keynes minibus. MVE 400H with the Memory Lane fleet. Hedinghams again. L341. Nice chance to get to see vehicles that you wouldn't always see out in service on a weekend. Regal Busways from Chelmsford. That was VWL 43. Peelings. They're from King's Lynn, home of many independent, and trend now towards vehicles in National Bus Company livery. Nice big wave from the owners there. Things hotting up perhaps. I'm not hotting up temperature wise, might be hotting up vehicle content wise. Suffolk County Council AY56BJK, nice Eastbourne registration there. Amazing the coincidence that seems to produce so many of the old town registrations. This is W37XDS. Again, Suffolk County Council based in Ipswich, and that's followed by W36XDS. Wave from the lady driver there. Province Private Hire, I think we had a few of theirs earlier on, perhaps they've been separated due to the traffic problems. And my gosh, haven't we got a line up now? Yes, they're right back to the road. They're streaming in now. The floodgates have well and truly opened for SHOWBUS 2007 YN04 AHV. Nice wave from the driver of the Province Private Hire. And Derwent NIJ1786, rather attractive livery. He's from Aylesbury and Buckinghamshire. Another Suffolk County Council. I think there's quite a few of their vehicles edging their way in. That was AY56BJO. Cleaner, greener, safer travel, get on board. And Maidstone District, Bristol VR BKE 847T, absolutely resplendent in its full MBC leaf green bus livery. More Suffolk County Council vehicles, this time in the shape of PN57CUJ. And almost getting a build up of vehicles. I think they're just about grinding to a halt. Getting their goodie bags at the entrance, as the parking reception's called. PN57CUO or D? No, I think. The old eyesight isn't what it was. And Southend, well, I've just done a bus spot Southend the other week, and very much recalling the days of Southend Routemaster operations. Initially they leased them, then they bought lots of them, and distinctive Southend livery. This one looks very nice. And DMS, Lovemore Atom, well, there you go, GHV 52N in a lot of people's worst ever buses list, but other people love them. And Ailsa's, another vehicle, level 8 I suppose, A103 SUU, dual entrance, looking very, very nice. And Wallace Arnold, another name now, passed into history, VUB 396H. And well, I'm sure we'll get a few more Routemasters before the day's out. Good representation from all the main groups, of course. The 135 MAK SHOWBUS, and this one down from Yorkshire, Barnsley, Yorkshire Traction, the Trackie. Part of Yorkshire, the graveyard of bus photography. We've got a downer on bus photographers in that part of the world, certainly have on video anyway. And Swindon and District, it's actually stagecoach. Spirit of London, the one that replaced the vehicle blown up in the terrorist attack. Quite a well-known vehicle. And one of our friends driving it, and lots of waves there because we know everybody on board. And that's what it's about, SHOWBUS, meeting people, our friends old and new. Wave from the driver of 3-star coaches. They are down from Luton, haven't had too far to travel this morning. And this one's from Sullivan's Buses, PJ52 BYP. Fairly new Scania there. From Nottingham, and reminding us we need to get over to Nottingham. A813LEL, and from Norfolk, and the Suffolk County Council once more, represented by their training bus N945EWG. Well, the rush is over for a few seconds, although the next batch just heading into the gate. I think the traffic actually has found its way along the M11 now. Whatever the hold up is, it's over now. And that was from Arriva, the Shires, from Luton. McAvoy's executive travel. There's a lot of executive travel around. I'm not quite sure how many executives actually do travel by coach, but let's hope some do. They're from Grey Abbey. And for those of you not familiar with that part of the world, I do believe that's in County Down in Northern Ireland. Flying the flag there, STK 125T, like a mobile caravan perhaps, I'm not quite sure that one is. And yet more route masters. Well, they kept the time. That was RM436. RM158 Connect bus. That's from Norfolk, of course, and another RM. That was 2372. Friends from South Wales. We were with them last week in Merthyr Tydfil, and they were unlucky. Well, they were lucky enough that it didn't rain, but the sun didn't really ever quite make it out. But this week they're going to see plenty of sunshine. Y84 HHE up from Hampshire, based in Romsey by the look of it. Plenty of enthusiasts in Leicester. We were in Leicester yesterday filming. A little bit of a bus war supposedly happening there. Didn't see that much evidence of it really. But always lots of enthusiasts in Leicester. Attractive municipal livery with the red and cream, always looks very well. And quite a lot of Leicester vehicles preserved, but not as many as there are route masters. This one looks very nice. Just out the paint shop by the look of it. Just a little bit more work to be done. JJD 539, its present registration. Nice big wave there, Barton livery, waiting its insignia no doubt. What have we seen? There's an RF out on the road there somewhere, there's a route master turning in off the road. I think there's another RF just down the road. We've got plenty of goodies to come yet, and that was 202.81, and that's down again from Barnsley, so there's a few enthusiasts down from southern parts of Yorkshire today. John's Tours, A860 WAV, and they're from Stowmarket in Suffolk, so I haven't had too far to come today. And LYF 464 RF 113 and Green Line livery, boarded up for the 719 from Hemel Hempstead to London. and that was RML 2676. And of course Southend weren't the only people to operate Route Masters in an afterlight. Another operator pretty well known in the south of England was Southampton. Another RF MXX 434, that's RF 457. This one's from Southampton, always liveries in its Southampton era. Another batch of buses edging its way in, and some taking it very, very cautiously. And travel in St Albans of yesteryear with RT 3496, 3-star Y407 XBU, and still they kept it coming. 3-star from Luton. Gosh, and we've even got a whip it. I don't think they're always in abundance here, considering they're just down the road, but nice to see them in attendance today. National Express, and we did Victoria Coach Station earlier this year, their anniversary. Always nice to see coaches along of the current generation, and that one's National Express, based in London, Birmingham, Edgbaston, of course. Well, Whippets. A little bit of assistance getting through the gate. Not every driver is confident as others. Coniston's C18BUS. Wow, that's an original number plate. I think we've seen something like that before. Sharps of Nottingham, KAZ 7303. And oh gosh, we've gained a waver, a yellow jacket waving, and Worse of Chipping Norton. Nice Sunderland one coming up. That looks absolutely delicious. Wow. Yes, that is the bee's knees. I'll keep it polite this morning. Yep, that was a beauty. 3253 VU. Smiths of Blowfield. They're down from Norwich. Lots of coaches today, all with good parties on. That's always encouraging. Blue Star up from Southampton. YG52 CLX, that's fleet number 564. And another in the National Bus Company era leaf green livery. To say it's becoming ever more popular choice of livery for preservationists. And commemorating anniversaries of Eastern Coach Works. Another nice coach. Very nice. It's from Mablethorpe in Lincolnshire. Workaday Mercedes from Hertfordshire, Letchworth. And a surprising amount of interesting buses around the Hertfordshire area. Sleaford Town Football Club bus T774 JWA, and that's followed by GU52 WTJ, that's fleet number 53010, and that's from East Kent. We had a great time at the East Kent Running Day at Herne Bay this year, and well, this looks nice. That is very nice for a modern vehicle. And from Bry Lane, and another of the Lincolnshire independents, very much into the 21st century these days. None of the old bangers now. We said there was lots of buses from Lincolnshire, and we've seen a couple already. GUP 743C Kenzie's. Very much of its era in the 1960s. R100 BUS. West's coaches. Trend towards continental buses, coach fleets. And West coaches, not too far away, come up from Essex, Woodford Green. And a London National KJD 524P. I suppose that was an LS24. That's A-Day. Milton Keynes Metro. 3736. Route branded. And YM57FZB. University bus from Hatfield. And some friends down from Scotland, from Lethalman, following on behind the Metro line LK04 EKY. And of course we always enjoy our visits to Lethalman for the open weekend in August. And one of our friends driving it. Cedar coaches, S333 HEB. Route Master in the livery for the operations at Great Yarmouth, and we actually went there to see if we could see these with it's actually operated by First, and didn't actually get to see any in operation despite chasing around in circles after them. Stevenson's of Rochford and Essex, quite an interesting fleet. L955 MSC. Some buses slightly more esoteric than others. Interesting creation, this one of course. KYY 647, RTL 1004, and Milton Keynes Metro behind that, YN06 JXM, number 86. A little bit of a hold up now. That won't do, come on, keep it moving. Come on. Quickly with the goodie bags, now. And well, I don't think things look too bad down at the entry booths. The long rates of last year I think are gone, because if they're not, I think people are going to give it a miss. So I think a lot of effort's gone into addressing the minor hitches. Generally speaking, the show very well organised, very well run, and I know they've had a few problems, some of the staff suffering from illness. Of course, everybody's volunteers, as they are with most operations. Just a few company-backed running days where they're full-time staff running it, but most things through the year run by volunteers. And SHOWBUS, well, it's the biggest in the world. Between 500 and 600 buses. It's hard to tell how many will turn up. So many turn up that are not booked in, and then of course a few that are booked in find problems and can't make it. So you never quite know what the result's going to be. From Anglian in Norfolk, YJ06FZK, one of the operators who seems to be on the expand and picking up routes. Always very nicely turned out buses with a nice bright livery. And A1 mini coaches. Well, SHOWBUS has got room for them all, big and small. And 505 KVO, GN07 EFB, followed by FM02 HPX, and there's a few more yet. Oh, one more anyway. YN06 AWP. And buses as far as the eye can see at the moment. I've just pan over towards the gate, give you some idea of the long line-up of vehicles as we zoom back down to YN06 AWP from A1 mini coaches, and that's an operator based down Leighton Buzzard way, and covering Leighton Buzzard, Milton Keynes, Bletchley and the Bedford area. And that's 65758. Well, I'm sure not all first staff look like that. I don't know if you actually saw the guy with the mask on in the entrance. Anyone else? What look at it from the Manchester side? A869 SUL, and looking nice. Another DR in national blue green livery, this time representing Southdown, and of course bus I would have been very familiar with. And it's based in Gloucestershire, perhaps. That was C66 HOM from Wootton's. And they're from Cheshire in Buckinghamshire, and one of their older vehicles, a Bristol RE SWC 24K, ticking in gracefully. Leyland Titan in its London guise. Always looked a nice sturdy chunky thing to me. One of these vehicles. I think it's probably one of the more favoured double-deck designs from London over the years. Some people love, some people hate. S801 BWC, Dennis Trident, East London Fleet. East London once a stagecoach operation, but no longer. And more representation from the West Midlands area, this time in the shape of JOV 738P, fleet number 4738. Behind that, RML 2412, and behind that, PPH again. Wow, we've seen a few of theirs. XGV 226. The distinctive corporate colours of Arriva, F899 DKK. Will Arriva still exist this time next year? We ask ourselves. That one's from Maidstone and Maidstone District. At present, some of the French companies eyeing up Arriva as a possible takeover target. This is Henningham, one of their older vehicles in preservation, RGV 284N. Thames down. Got to take a picture because our friend's in this one. So we'll take a picture of our mate driving it. Rambler, well, what a fleet over the years. Based in Hastings, of course. And my gosh, the standards, perhaps the epitome of coach travel for Britain. Some of the best you'd ever find. Always so well turned out, The green's always sparkling. The livery, very traditional, very, very smart. That was a Scania undergoing restoration, and well, here we go, more RMs, this time RM 737, and followed in swiftly by RML 2364. Hedingham's VRs, I'm not sure if they're still in service, perhaps they are on schools duties. That was L199. CNG coaches, SXI 6396, and they're from Cambridgeshire, so they haven't come too far today. And that's followed by another of their vehicles, AK02LPY. That's CNG coaches. Hedingham's once more. Hedingham's with L347. Representing the West Midlands again, or the Midland Red area, GOH 357N, and for a change in the NBC Poppy Red livery from Arriva H265GEV, fleet number 5405, and that one's again from down in Kent, the erstwhile Maidstone district, Valiant Fleet AMX 8A, and say not quite as thick on the ground as they were, the RTs, and that one was RT 3871. Nice to see a few of the older vehicles out and about, and from the red and white fleet from South Wales, DAX 610C, straddling the borders between England and Wales, down in the Chepstow area. More vehicles, something quite interesting really. OSV 517s from the CNG coaches fleet. And another of their coaches, MUI 4846. That's followed by CG03 CNG in variation on the CNG livery. New venture, large operator of Titans down in the Kent area to this day with A905 SYE. We were down there in Maidstone and Chatham looking at their buses this summer, and wow, we're just amazed how many of these oldies they've got. Lodges N3 RED, getting towards that time when we have to think about changing tape, so we look for a suitable break in the proceedings, and well, we can't see one, so somebody's going to get missed, but it's not going to be 559 YN07 LKF Metro bus, and nor is it going to be 2003 RU. Drivers enjoying the late summer, early autumn sunshine. That one's I think up from Surrey. .476 CLT. National Bus Company liveried Route Master RMC 1476 in the London Country livery. One of the many popular Queen Marys from Southdown, BUF 272C. I grew up with these vehicles, saw these out operating outside my living room window, and that one's entered by the Jennings family according to the board in the front.